I think that's unfair. I mean, you're saying, oh, well, we were friends with Osama bin Laden. We were helping the Afghanis fight the Soviet Union, which was the right war at the right time. I mean, that logic is equivalent to saying, well, why feed a child if one day they could become a bank robber and a serial killer? How are you supposed to know that Osama bin Laden would have done what he was going to do 20 years later?
By studying who the
that's exactly the point I'm making. That's exactly the point I'm making.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it actually does make sense, because if you knew a little history, and I know you're a smart, youthful man. You're a smart, youthful man, but I think that your knowledge of history is not as deep as you seem to think it is. Because the bottom line is, when we were helping Osama bin Laden, yeah, true, we were fighting the Soviet Union, different war, but if we knew who the Taliban were, if we knew that the Taliban they weren't born the second that the Russians finally left Afghanistan. You know, we need a president, and we need a foreign policy that's going to be attuned to nuance, because you know what, sometimes friends do become enemies, sometimes enemies do become friends, and if you want to go into a foreign policy and treat it like a game of Monopoly, or better yet, a game of Battleship, and say, well, you know what, I'm only going to look 5 years behind me, and I'm going to look 2 months in front of the road, and I'm going to base a foreign policy based on that. It just isn't workable.